Welcome back, everyone, to Bloodlords. Hope you all had a wonderful week. Hope you all are excited to play tonight.
Yeah.
Indeed.
In our last session, our group of adventurers now returned to Galarian and Geb, as well as to your ally Lixol over at the wonderfully wealthy city of Tilsar. Learned a bit more about what exactly has been going on these last 200 plus years you've been gone. Learning that there have been alliances made between some of the great factions, as well as the fact that about 13 years ago, war with Nex has been officially declared. Now, you all have many people you'd like to get back against. There is much revenge to be had, and in order to facilitate that, you yourselves will need to grow stronger. And in order to give yourself some sort of protection in that period, it is best that you align yourselves with one of the great factions here in Gab. Which one is your choice entirely, since you all have potentially an opportunity to have the initiative in negotiating with the factions and getting the best backer. It seems that Geb is ramping up to begin negotiations with dignitaries from the southern nation of Holomog in order to potentially set up another front of the War of Nex. You're not privy to the details of what the negotiation is necessarily for, but from what you do understand, a neutral ground is needed for these negotiations to take place. It can't occur in Mekatar and can't occur down in Holomog either, so finding a location near the border in the Field of Maidens would be the best situation for you. Unfortunately, you don't know exactly what could be there, what could be usable in the Field of Maidens, and you are aware that many of the great factions are likely operating under the same premise. So you may have to deal with the agents of some of the factions as well, but if you can find a solid place and hold it for long enough, then trading it to any of the great factions in return for membership or simply their backing could be a very strong political play for yourselves. After dealing with the facsimiles of your enemies created by your subconscious mind within the dream version of your manor that you can stay in while your ship is traveling, you were contacted by the actual Lauren, who arrived, whether tipped off by a member of the crew or just knowing himself, you're not yet sure. But he did arrive, spouted some what could be revelations, but it's Lauren. He's lied before. There's no guarantee he was being open and honest this time just cuz. If he was telling the truth, though, some of those revelations could be, well, the potential consequences are staggering to think about. Kashmi apparently having been married to Geb forever ago, Aranth not being originally a living creature, but simply a doll or construct created for Lauren or her father's purpose. You're not entirely sure the nitty-gritty of it, but even though he offered himself up to be killed, when push came to shove, the quick casting of magic, he vanished into thin air and disappeared. We pick our story back up late at night, right around midnight almost, after you all have woken Lixel up. Everyone has been put out on deck, and you've just finished doing a quick interrogation of all the crew members and have discovered that not a single one of them let Lauren know. In fact, only Lixel even knew the name Lauren on the ship. So, with it not potentially, it would have to be Lixel if someone alerted him to your presence. And she did offer to alert him, but you declined, so depends on how much you trust her. But you decided as well that setting sail and making your way for Hollow Flesh, a starting pit stop, a merchant's small area, before making your way into the Field of Maidens might not be a bad idea, as you can grab whatever information you would potentially need, and maybe some people who are local to the region will have clues as to a good location for you to go after. So, it is late at night. Is there anything else you guys would like to do, or would you like to simply rest for now?
Probably rest at this point. It's been a long day.
It's been a very long day.
I agree. Let's rest.
When you guys
I'm down.
rest, are you going back into your dream version of the manor, or are you avoiding that for now and just taking cots in rooms that are prepared for you on the ship proper?
Amira would want to sleep in the dream manor, personally.
Okay.
Well, she would. I think she would wait to see what Kashmi wants to do. Well, like, not seeing if Kashmi wants to sleep with her in their bed, but she waits to see, like... Sorry, you get what I'm going for.
I know you guys really trust Lixel, but I don't know Lixel. And using only the evidence we have right now doesn't make me particularly comfortable putting our hands yet again in her hands. I don't know about this fucked up dream manor. That stresses me out. But also, I think we should take watch and sleep in shifts. It's been 200 years. A lot of things can change. And I don't know what your relationship is that would make her so wholly loyal to you that 200 years could not change her. I'm just saying a little bit of caution never hurt anybody.
Amira will look, like, a little, not disappointed, but just kind of, like, a little sad at that. Like, Amira does not want to accept that yet another person might be betraying her. Not after, the last thing that happened to her, but she has to admit that Kashmi has a good point, so she'll, she'll nod and agree to having a watch set up.
Solomon's good for whatever. He just needs an excuse. So if somebody wants to do something while he sleeps, he's fine with that.
Mahari will agree to take a watch. Now we're gonna rest inside our quote unquote manor. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then Mahari will sleep next to the door since he has his cloak. It allows him to still get restful sleep as long as it's not damp or hazardous.
Catnap cloak or whatever.
Cloak of feline grace.
Amira will look at Kashmi and say, "Would you, do you want to try sleeping in your old bed, Kashmi? It might, wake or bring up some memories or something like that." Smile, smile.
I just want another honeymoon night.
I can sleep on the couch. It's fine.
I don't think that that's fair. But I don't know you.
Amira looks so hurt right now. She's on the verge of tears after that one.
How about you sleep on the bed, and I'll sleep on that feigning count day lounger thing at the end of the bed, and we'll both be in the room without it being weird.
Are you sure you don't want the bed? I'll take the fainting couch.
I don't really sleep, really.
Uh, okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and take the bed then.
I want to take like the second or the third watch because if something's gonna happen, it's gonna happen like in the depth of the night.
Sure. So who's taking what watch?
Mahario.
Amira will take second watch.
Mahari will take first.
Okay.
Solomon, you got last watch.
Well,
He's already asleep.
He's like, huh? What happened?
it's just on the rug in the middle of the foyer. He just like doesn't care.
Then I'm going to ask for a blind perception check from everyone, please.
Okay. +1 to that.
What's giving you your +1, Amira?
Ice Slash.
Ah, okay. Well, I will just use that in place of the pursue a lead, since you don't really have a lead here to be pursuing. Okay.
Nice slash. Oh, I have all this
Perception.
new stuff I bought.
You do indeed.
Rad. Okay. Sorry, boss.
I have things.
You all do your best to settle down for the night. Mahara, you said you're avoiding your bedroom and just sleeping by the front door?
Yes, I'll use my cloak of feline rest.
Okay. Just get comfortable, rest wherever you are. Just on the chairs or benches by the front door, even just on the floor. Sort of pull up and rest anywhere, even when your watch is done. It remains empty and quiet in the manor the duration of your rest. Eventually you go wake Amira up to make sure she's aware it's time for her watch before heading off to sleep yourself for the night. Amira, you take time just pacing around the manor a little bit during your watch, remembering how the manor was, recognizing all the things that have been carried over into this fake version, the nicks on the table from just people who weren't the most careful with their cutlery at group meals.
I like to imagine that there's a point on the wall where we were marking Nabumi's height, pretending like he was getting taller and taller with each passing month, but really he was just like squatting at first and then standing up a little bit straighter each time after that, so it looked like he was growing.
Yeah. It's peaceful. I will say, one thing you notice when you're going to wake Kashmi and go to bed yourself, you picked up your relics from your bedside table.
Uh-huh.
The other one that would hold Kashmi's relics, you remember most of what Kashmi's special items were that she had. The bag of marbles, the badge. Neither of those sits on the bedside table.
Amira will look over to where Kashmi is resting and look to see if she has them.
You don't see them. There are items on the bedside table, but it's not what you remember.
Oh, okay. What is it? Oh, I'm not gonna like this, but go ahead and tell me what it is.
There is a pair of white gloves and a locket. It looks like it's a small heart-shaped locket. It looks like one of those ones that could fit a small little painting in it.
Amira will look behind her to see if it is Kashmi. Okay, sorry. Does Kashmi sleep at any point tonight, or does she just rest on the couch?
She curls up into a little like cat circle, and her eyes are closed. She's resting, but she's
Okay.
like you would have to like touch her for her to realize it's time to stop resting, but she
Yeah.
wouldn't hear like quiet sounds.
Okay, yeah, then Amira is going to pick up the locket and open it up to see what's inside.
Okay. You have to fiddle with the clasp a little bit. It feels old, this item, this locket. The metal on it is heavily weathered. The paint that makes up the heart shape sort of flaking in some areas and just like drab in the others, sort of faded. But once you get it open, you see a familiar picture, quite frankly. And you're not sure how, because you guys never really got anyone to paint your group together at any point. But resting inside the locket is a very clear picture of everyone at the breakfast table.
Oh.
A very distinct picture of not just you, the party, Falathel, Nabumi, Argan, everyone at the dinner table, but taking a look at it, you can tell it is a rendition of the very first time Mahari cooked for you all.
Huh. I think, Amira's pretty confused about this. She's like, when the hell did this happen? But at the same time, it is bringing back memories of the fact that, just wandering around the house, it's been a lot of memories of the only good thing she's ever had in Geb. But this is a more explicit reminder, and so she tears up a little bit. But, maybe hearing Kashmi shift behind her, she'll close the locket and place it back on the nightstand.
Soon after, your time for rest is at hand, and so you go. Just gently wake Kashmi up before heading to sleep yourself. Kashmi, that brings us to your watch. Man, something about this place. You're the only one awake at this point. For the first time, really, since you woke up at the rundown version of this manor and met all these people, you've all been either awake together pretty much, or at least someone else was on watch at the same time as you. Up until now, this is really your first moment where you are well and truly the only one conscious out of everyone here. I hate to say it, but as much as these people are the biggest weirdos you think you've ever met, that sense of familiarity that you began feeling the other day has not died down at all. If anything, it's only gotten stronger and stronger, as much as you might try and deny it to yourself. You still can't place any of these people. You don't know them. But seeing them upset, struggling themselves, something inside just... your heart aches to watch them. Is there anything you'd like to do during your watch?
I think I would do that weird creeper thing and like take a minute and like watch them sleep and see if I can roll through the Rolodex of my very vacant cavernous mind right now and see if I can find any trace of I don't know, even a hint of deja vu or something. Do I know the stuff on the tables for me?
I think it's been mentioned to you.
Then I will also pick up the locket and struggle with the clasp and open it. And I'm gonna see the picture and shut it pretty quick.
You don't see a picture when you open the locket.
Oh, I don't?
You open the locket and it's empty.
Well, I'm gonna shut it also equally quick.
Sure.
Do I have to wear it or does it work in my pocket?
It would work in your pocket.
I'm gonna put it in my pocket.
Okay.
I'm gonna put my gloves on. Do they light up?
They definitely feel like they fit. They feel... they're snug. These are... I mean, either they belong to someone who had hands the exact same size as yours, or these are tailor-made for you. You can feel the sort of magic enchanting them inherently.
But do they glow?
I think I'm going to leave that to you to decide. At
I
this
think they
moment
do.
in time. Okay. You couldn't see it when the gloves were just sitting on the table, but as you put them on, small red hearts begin to appear on the gloves. And just with the faintest red light, glow.
I'm gonna do that thing where you like open your hand and close your hand and open your hand and close your hand to like feel the gloves and to like, I don't know, it feels good. Like it feels like warm and like almost like home. They feel really comfortable and nice. So I'm gonna really have this moment of comfort in these gloves. Then I'm gonna take a deep breath and realize that we're gonna die and I need to get back on watch.
As you're clenching your hand open and closed and savoring that feeling of comfort, Kashmi, if you had to use a symbol or a little picture to describe the first time you realized you were in love with Amira, what would that be?
Bank.
Okay. You just feel a small burning on the back of your hand.
She just knocked in all those doors willy-nilly without checking nothing.
Oh my god.
Bravery like that? Shit. How could I not love her?
Okay.
That's just an alley problem.
As you leave the bedroom, this locket in your pocket, the gloves on your hand, and continue on your watch, can you give me a will save, please?
Click.
Okay. Okay. As you walk out of the bedroom, you make your way into the study. There's a hearth, there's a few chairs, there's a desk, there's old paint supplies on them. At the moment, you can't exactly remember why, but you get the moment that that's not where they're supposed to be. Make your way out into the living room. You see Solomon. Sometimes you still think he's imaginary, but you're slowly coming around to the fact that he's real. Just laying on the floor. Take a look at the west end where all the bedrooms are. Aranth and Carrion currently sleeping. Maybe in their own rooms. Maybe together. You're not entirely sure. You take a look over at the dining room, and your vision changes. You begin to, as you stand there in the dining room, in the living room, looking at the dining room table, you feel people brush past you, brush through you, even as much as you tell them you're corporeal and truly believe you're a real girl and not a ghost. On occasion, some people get it wrong and just brush through you on accident. Watch a small skeleton of a child just come bursting through you, not even caring about the fact that you say you're not incorporeal. They don't register it. Everyone making their way to the table, grabbing a seat, set, coffee being brought out, Mahari bringing attempts at food for everyone. Everyone you're with, aside from Solomon, people you don't recognize, but there's this tingling at the back of your mind that they should mean something to you, but you can't place it. As you're standing there, everyone takes a seat, begins to put food onto their plates. But they all stop. There's a single empty spot at the table with a chair out. And everyone just looking at you expectantly.
Kashmi, come on, come sit.
I'm gonna look at Mahari's stupidly proud face at the meal that he has prepared for us with so much love and attention to detail. Like, you can see every ounce of the effort that he put in on his face. And I can see some big lizard dude who was playing with a spider. Like, I don't even get that. But then Aranth looking so beautiful and eager, which is not anything I've seen from this Aranth. And then I see Amira with this piece on her face that I haven't seen from Amira yet, and all of it feels right. So I'm gonna do a quick look around just to make sure that this isn't a trick and that I'm not gonna get murdered. Hesitate just a second, and then I'm gonna walk forward and take my seat.
Okay. This paused vision of everyone just staring at you expectantly, frozen in place, instantly continues to play. And it hits you. This isn't just something you're watching. You remember this.
Oh, I'm gonna cry like a little bitch. Like big tears.
Solomon. No one wakes you up for your shift, but you thankfully have a strong enough internal clock that you wake yourself up when necessary.
Also only needs like 2 hours of actual like
Yeah.
sleep. The rest
You're
is just rest. So he
mostly resting.
was yeah, so he was probably already awake, but just like waiting for his turn.
Sure. You probably then watched as Kashmi went over to the dining room table and sat down at the table. Has not moved since. For just about the entirety of her watch, she just sat at the table and seemingly stared off into space.
He'll hoist himself up with a grunt and head over. I don't think dinner's being served yet.
But it is. Or it was.
Explain.
Just a moment, I can't. I've done this, and I've been here. And I remember, but I don't remember. And they were here, but you weren't here. Mm.
That's because I'm not real.
I think that it's fucked up that as soon as Kashmi believes you're real, that you're gonna gaslight her into believing that you're not fucking real.
I have like no deception. You could easily pick up on the sarcasm if you want.
No, Kashmi is so tapped out of at this point she's gonna blindly believe you. She's like, all right, well, yep, figment of my imagination, best friend Solomon.
I couldn't even beat like your regular perception, let alone your perception DC.
Nope, you are
You chose the wrong person to say you can't deceive.
correct. If you tell Kashmi you are not real, she will believe that you are not real. And I'm not sure
Like,
what you're gonna be, but you may end up being Kashmi's conscience, so you better watch out.
oh god, I think that's worse for you than it is for me.
The night's young. Let's see how it goes. So yeah, I don't know. What time is it?
Time
It's
for you
late.
to rest.
I am gonna kiss Solomon on his nasty fucking cheek. And then I'm gonna go to Mahari and I'm gonna hesitate just a moment. And like kind of want to wake him up, but like brush just a tuft of his something. His fur hair, eyebrows, whatever's sticking up.
He's got a tail.
I'm not gonna touch his tail. We are not on that level, Jericho.
Fair enough. I do want to ask you
Um,
at the moment, Kashmi, are you corporeal or incorporeal?
I think I am probably incorporeal.
Okay.
When Mahari feels someone touching him in his sleep, he's gonna spring awake. You know, just expecting someone to imprison him again. And once he sees it's Kashmi, he's gonna, calm down and just look at her.
I'm gonna jump back and say, I'm so sorry, it was a bug.
Kashmi.
Yes?
We both know if it had been a bug, you would have just left it there.
Can I ask you a question?
Of course you can.
Do you cook?
I used to. When
Was it good?
It-
Did I like it?
you said you did.
Okay. Okay. I'm sorry I woke you. Yeah, I'm sorry I woke you. And then I'm gonna disorganize as like unbalanced as an incorporeal person could be. I'm gonna kind of stumble walk, float awkwardly back to the master bedroom.
Okay.
I will stand at the foot of the bed and like scrape the inside of my brain to try to remember. Can I remember?
Roll a d20 for me.
Recover from bleed damage.
What memory would you like to recover at this point, Kashmi?
What?
Ooh.
There was this incredibly late night where we had been out on an adventure and like we had finally gotten home and we were exhausted. Like the kind of exhaustion where you fall into your bed with your clothes on, like it doesn't even matter that you have to pee, like you are so tired, sleep is the only thing. And I fall into the bed and Nabumi comes rushing into the room and jumps on the bed and Amira sits up and we laugh and it's this perfect second of having all of that exhaustion melt away and this just perfect moment.
You're not sure if you remember that at the moment. I think you do, but
Being that little skeletal kid, I tell you what. I don't know who he is, but I fucking love him already.
something compels you to pull the locket out once more as you're trying to force yourself to remember, scraping away at the insides of your mind, thinking there must just be something blocking the memories. They can't just be gone. I can just carve away and they'll come flowing back. That memory doesn't hit you as a memory. But when you open the clasp on the locket, that exact image is imprinted within it.
I'm gonna hold the locket and then I'm gonna look at Amira and I'm gonna reach my hand out to touch her. I'm gonna pull my hand back and go sit back on my couch and just stare at the locket.
And Amira sleeps blissfully unaware.
Eventually, you sort of fall asleep, Kashmi, just sitting there with the locket in your hand. and eventually the morning arrives. Not that you're necessarily certain it's morning per se, aside from Solomon being out in the main sort of courtyard of the manor, as light begins to stream through the red glass on the roof. You hear a voice come from behind and below you. So,
Oh, no.
are you one of the new people they brought in? Are you the new stray?
Yes?
This is to Solomon. I'm sorry. Did I misspeak?
Oh, okay.
I
I'm
thought that was to
sorry.
her. I thought that was to her as well.
No, you hear this, Solomon, as you're out in the courtyard with light beginning to come through the central roof. You hear this voice coming from behind and below you.
And what did he say again? Sorry.
Basically, are you one of the other stray? Like, are you the new stray they've brought in?
Who speaks to me?
Down here, tall one.
Looks down.
You see this tiny, tiny, wizened old man looking guy. Long white beard, little hair on the top of his head.
Oh, I thought you were Jiminy Cricket.
No, let me grab the artwork of him specifically. He looks like this.
I see. I do not know what I am to these people anymore.
Get used to it. With most of us, they just bring us in and drop us off here, and we live the rest of our lives. Help them out when needed. So, if you're looking for work, I'm sure I can get a job for you. How do you feel about doing construction? We've been thinking about an
Where
expansion to this place.
Where is here exactly?
The manor?
But to my knowledge, this place is not real.
What are you talking about? This place is absolutely real. By the way, Mahari! What are you doing laying on the floor?
Making sure people don't get in.
He's a guard dog.
What do you think the Baron and Princess outside are doing?
Who in
Sitting
the what now?
there.
You brought them back as guards, didn't you? Or did you just bring them back as decoration?
Hey, as far as I know, they're decoration.
Fair enough.
You said they put us here. Who is us?
Mahari's one of them. Oh, me, Nabumi, Falafel, Princess Frederick, Baron Wilhelm, Kalak, Smoke. I think that's all
Okay.
of us.
Worst guy ever.
Which, Mahari, when this guy calls out to you and you're waking up, you absolutely recognize Smyrtlebin, the Domovoy you guys brought back home with you after killing Iron Tavaya, who you know for a fact died at the wedding.
Myrtle.
What?
How in the absolute raging hell are you still alive?
What are you talking about? Why wouldn't
We
You know
I be
need
what?
to
alive?
change that.
You know what? Fuck it. Forget it.
Okay.
Is this something we need to change?
I'd rather not change the state of my
No.
living. Just, between you and me.
Just shrugs his shoulder.
Alright, well. We do have an empty room. I don't know why you're sleeping out here. The first door on the right, I think, should be the empty bedroom. You're more than welcome to take that one.
I am accustomed to the floor, but I will see it
Well,
later.
too damn bad. You want to live here, you're gonna have to learn how to be a bit more civilized.
You see,
There's a bed, there's a
kind of
dresser, get some clothes for yourself.
toothy grin appears from underneath as he finds it humorous. Civilized. That's a good one.
Well, look, someone's got to beat it into these people, and they don't want to do it themselves, so that's why they got me. I think, at least. Might have just been for the housework, but I'm taking on extra duties.
You are a funny little man.
I've
I
never
like
been told
you.
that before. Now, Mahari, we have not restocked ingredients recently, so I don't know we've got enough in the kitchen to cook this morning, but... shouldn't be too hard to pick some stuff up. Dishes are all washed for you, so...
Character, is this one of those fae that's literally just a housekeeper?
Yeah, absolutely.
I love it.
The party rescued him a while ago when they were hunting hags down. And instead of killing him, decided to free him and just bring him home.
Very neat.
Yeah, it's
If it's morning at this point, I guess Solomon will go and try to rouse the others.
Yeah. You head into the master bedroom after waking Aranth and Carrion, and there is a strange sort of scene in the master bedroom. Kashmi still asleep. It looks like she probably a bit more exhausted than she should be after last night. Whatever happened, so she's still asleep. But Amira's awake and currently in the middle of a staring contest with a skeleton of what looks to be a child. It's just sitting cross-legged on the bed.
A child's skeleton, or
Uh-huh. But, like, with an animal skull instead of a regular person's skull.
You're gonna blink You're gonna blink eventually, Nabumi. I know you are.
I will, but not before you blink.
We'll see.
Looks like this. Yeah, we will see. Well, I'll see. You won't, because you'll be blinking. You woke to Nabumi just laying on the bed, Amira.
Yeah, I think Amira would have, like, you know, obviously there's the momentary shock of, like, you know, what is my child doing here? He died during the wedding. I saw him die, and it broke my heart.
Mm-hmm.
But Amira's in such a state right now that even though she kind of surmises this is probably a fake created by the manor, she's just going to enjoy it for what it is. Not worry too much for right now.
Alright. There's
All
no
right, a new
skeleton in my
fragment.
place, Solomon.
I don't try to understand these people anymore. I'm just gonna go over to the sleeping body and just like forehead flicker awake.
Kashmi, you wake up to a finger flicking into your head.
I assume she's still incorporeal, so that's literally the only way I could get her awake.
Was I asleep when he flicked me?
I think so, yeah.
I'm gonna lick him.
You know what?
Reflex.
I didn't hear what you said. What are you doing?
I'm gonna lick you. If you stick your hand in my face, I'm gonna lick it.
I mean, go ahead. He's not really going to find it.
Oh,
He's just
I mean-
God.
I didn't make the choice. It just happened instinctively.
Incorporeal tongue
Okay.
starts licking your hand as you're flicking her.
Like, not like very cute sweet licks, but like, you know, when a kid has a sandwich and they're like, this is my sandwich, and they lick the sandwich. More like that. Like the
Tastes
way
like old,
a little sister licks your brother on the side of his face, but not on your face because that's gross.
like my hand's gonna be any better. It's arguably worse. Tastes like old flesh. I don't know how to describe it. Doesn't taste good.
Well, that wakes you up, Kashmi, for sure.
I will sit up very quickly, confused, and take a moment to assess the situation.
It's morning. Just wipes his hand on his cloak.
Do I see Amira and Nabumi in the bed?
Yeah. And it looks a
I
lot
will
like
jump
the picture
up.
in the locket.
And say, it's you! And I will run to him. And then I will hesitate. And then I'm just going to hug him.
Hi, Kashmi. Hugs you back.
As Amira sees Kashmi hug Nabumi, she does feel a momentary ping of jealousy because she hasn't been hugged by Kashmi yet. But after that ting of jealousy goes past, kind of a smile crosses her face as she realizes that Kashmi must be getting some of her memories back.
Amira, give me a perception check real quick.
Okay.
All right, then. As Kashmi is hugging Nabumi, and you have that twinge of jealousy, but your mind just quickly shifts, you notice something that's different about Kashmi.
Mm-hmm.
Her left arm from wrist down to elbow seems to have tattoos on it.
What? Huh.
And
Can I...
you can see what those tattoos are with that roll.
Yeah.
Remember that picture you saw in the locket last night?
Yeah.
That exact picture is tattooed on her wrist.
Huh.
Right beside it is another tattoo of you all exploring the bank back in Grey Dirge.
Probably a image of me opening a door and getting hit by a trap or something.
Something like that, just barely ducking out of the way of the scythe coming out of the ceiling as you opened the door into the library.
You're so cool. She's so cool.
Aranth in the background picking up those glowing blue candles on the skulls and just like stuffing them into a bag.
When Amira sees that, she's definitely like, okay, what happened here? But, it doesn't seem like too big of a deal right now, but she'll definitely keep an eye on it, just in case it ends up being something weird or whatever.
Yeah. You can see her wearing the gloves as well that were on the bedside table, and you can see the red glowing hearts on them as well.
Interesting.
But Nabumi, like, eventually starts wiggling out of your grasp, Kashmi. Kashmi! Let's play a game.
Do you want to hide or do I hide?
Let's both hide from Amira.
What? Oh.
Ready, go.
Go! They'll both run out of the room.
Yeah, and Amira, like, barely has time to be like, what? What are you... Oh, jeez, alright.
Do I see them bolt out of the room?
I think you do, Mahari.
Which
But
way did they go?
that's a good question. Kashmi, where do you run?
I'm gonna hide in the fireplace because I'm incorporeal and you can't find me.
Nice. Nabumi probably runs towards the pantry. I think something else grabs your attention, though, Mahari.
Yes.
As Nabumi runs by and you do that almost double take, your mind almost probably could just ignore Smurtlebin being there. Realistically, it would be possible that Smurtlebin survived. He's a Fae, he's tiny. It could be possible. Nabumi is when you really go, wait a second. I know he died.
I'm
But
gonna
it's that
follow after him.
as you go to follow after him, you catch sight of another figure stepping out from where the stairs down to the basement are. And the elven figure of Falathel walks around the corner.
That would cause Mahari's blood to freeze. And he turn and look at her.
Morning, Mahari.
Falathel?
I think that's me. Tails new. Everything okay?
Instead of answering, Mahari's gonna walk up to her and like poke her shoulder
Whoa.
to confirm that she's real.
Her shoulder kind of jolts back from the poke. You don't look okay. Listen, I know Aranth doesn't do one for you, but if she's still asleep, I can do a one-time arrow reading for you if you need.
No, not another reading.
That would be lovely.
Great. Great. Great, great. Well, quite frankly, I hate to be a bother. I can get it set up. Is breakfast soon?
I can go make it now. Anything in particular?
No, not particularly. Just one you're interested in, and I'll get the reading set up while you're doing that.
Okay. Mahari's gonna go walk into the kitchen. Is everything as he remembers it?
Yeah. Aside from what Smurtlebin mentioned of being mostly low on actual foodstuffs, everything is exactly where you recall it being, supply-wise.
Well, then he'll begin to make a meal.
Alright.
Now, when I saw Falathel, was this in her elven form or her vampiric form?
Elven
Good
form.
question.
Elven form. Okay.
Amira, you make your way out of the room to begin probably looking for these people. Solomon, you follow as well, and the two of you see the elven woman who looks effectively like just an older Aranth, who is moving, currently sort of sitting at the dining room table, setting up for a harrow spread.
Yeah. Amira, when she sees Fall of Hell, she's no longer shocked by the appearance of people that she knows are dead. She's just going to wave and say, "Morning, Fall of Hell."
Morning, Amira. Don't tell Aranth this. I'm going to be doing a reading for Mahari here. Would you like one as
Oh,
well? We can
Yeah,
either do individual
sure.
or we can do a group reading for everyone.
I think a group reading would be good right now.
I think that sounds wonderful. Uh, if you do you think Falafel ever gave you hints when you were playing hide and seek with Kashmi and Nabumi?
I
Okay.
think that's something.
She'll jerk her head in the direction of the kitchen and mouth Nabumi at you.
Yeah, Amira will give her a wink and start looking in the kitchen.
Solomon, there's a bunch of people here this morning that you have no clue who they are. And they very certainly
They're
were not there when you were in your watch.
I think when she's done
multiplying like rabbits.
I think when she's done playing hide and seek, Amira will kind of come over to Solomon and be like, and kind of explain the situation as she understands it. Like, I don't know how it works, but I think the manner in the same way it made people we hate, it's making people we loved now. All of these people are dead to the best extent of our knowledge, but they're here, even if they're not real right now.
We get rid of them.
No, we cannot.
So I have to listen to even more of you people.
Yes, you do.
It's not the longest, deepest groan yet.
We'll get you a fight soon enough, Solomon. Don't worry.
No,
At this point, he's like,
dealing with more crazy people.
First, we need trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Mahari,
just gonna go find a couch.
Smurtlebin's probably going to yell at you if you're going to lay down somewhere. Go to your bed.
He just can't. They're just arguing in the background the whole time this is going on. He's just like, go away, shoo.
Smurtlebin's 100% standing, like, next to your head, laying down, just head over yours, staring into your eyes. Arms crossed. I just cleaned the sheets, come on.
I haven't got any blood on me, it's fine.
Perfect, I won't have to clean them again as soon. Go rest in your bed.
Do we have spare bedrooms for Solomon?
You do. Yeah, if we take a look at the manor, assuming that Falafel doesn't have a room effectively anymore, you do have one spare bedroom for Solomon. Or Solomon
yeah.
can go sleep in the basement.
Yeah, we've got those torture rooms in the basement
Yeah.
that we've converted to beds.
There's a dungeon downstairs if you would
converted-
rather sleep there.
Can I be the master of the dungeon?
And the rooms are soundproof, too.
Yes, they are. If you'd
I
like to
will
be the
rule the
master of the dungeon, Solomon, by all
I will be
means.
the ruler of the dungeon. Those who get set down there must fight their way from the beast. I used the Minotaur in the maze.
There's not even a painter down there to share space anymore. You have access to the whole thing.
are there
Yes.
spiders?
In this version of Kalak, no. As Mahari brings out food, and most of you, I guess, sit down for breakfast, Falafel has set up for a harrow spread. If you guys would like to do a reading, you're more than welcome to.
I'm up for a reading, if everybody else is up for a reading. I know those take a while, though, so if people want to just, skim over it rather than doing the whole thing.
I will say, it's an 18-day trip from Tilsar to Hollow Flesh by boat. So, the fun news is, in your manor, it can be as little time as you want it to be, but it will be 18 days in reality to get there.
I think that Amira would probably spend a lot of time on the actual boat.
Okay.
helping Lixel with administrative duties while also keeping an eye on Lixel
Yeah. She
and
would,
just everybody on the boat as well.
sure. She would absolutely take the time to go over with you the business she's set up as well as the general minutia in the books of it. So you can see their previous earnings up until this point and the fact that you guys are pretty heavily in debt at the moment, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
Specifically, if I pull it up, to the tune of about 31,000 platinum.
I thought you were gonna say gold.
No.
Oh, jeez.
310,000 gold.
But you guys do have 3
It was a
ships that are earning money at the moment.
Is it 310,000 platinum or 31,000
It's
platinum?
31,729 platinum pieces. 4 gold,
31,000.
8 silver, and 5 copper.
You said 31. Someone else said 310. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
That's a leap.
I said 310 gold.
Yeah.
Okay.
In total, you guys owe 317,294 gold, 8 silver, and 5 copper.
Damn.
And this is obviously a little bit overwhelming for Amira because the last time she was running businesses, she was dealing with like probably like hundreds of platinum. Makes sense. Makes her head spin a little bit, but she's happy to get her head into something that's she can put her skills to.
It'll very much be you guys can determine how much of the money goes towards repaying the debt from your monthly earnings, because you can also save up money for yourselves to further gear up, to improve the ships you have, to get more ships, all of that.
I
Solon
think
basically never had money before this, so he doesn't really care.
I think Amira would suggest that we pay the I know there's a more technical term, but the interest.
I'm not doing interest on this. I can't be bothered to do that sort of math.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
I do not blame you.
Just in terms of like the story concept,
right? We can say that some of the monthly earnings are going towards paying off the interest.
Yeah.
So, do we want to do it in, say, thirds? A third of the earnings goes to paying off the debt, a third for ship improvement, a third for our personal use?
Yeah, maybe something like that.
You can also take a look come end of month, what your earnings for the month are, and decide from there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The ships are effectively level 8, so keep in mind that the more they level up, the more money they'll earn as well.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we can mostly just sort of skip through the 18-day journey to get to Hollow Flesh from here. Do you guys want to do a harrow reading about what will follow on the journey? Or would you just like to
Ragnar
get
definitely
it?
does.
I think I'm good.
Good for us to do the harrow reading, or
Meaning I'm not really interested, but if you guys want to do it, that's up to you.
how are you feeling, Mahari?
Well, Mahari, he's not the biggest fan of them after what's happened in the past. But he did tell Falethel that he would do one, so he is going to do one.
Are we good with just skimming it and doing it more narratively than an actual full harrow reading?
Yeah. I think what we'll do here is you guys ask the question you would want to ask of the harrow, and I won't do the entire reading for it. But I'll go over all the basics.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Is it just a one question, or does each person get a question?
As a group, you will ask one question.
Does the question have to be in a specific format?
Not really. It should mostly be a yes or no question, if possible, or relatively open ended.
Yeah. How does the group feel about what shall we encounter in the Field of Maidens? Or in Hollow Flesh, or we're going to the Field of Maidens, correct?
Field
Yeah.
of Maidens is your final destination. You're making a stop at Hollowflesh to gather information that could be useful and do any stocking up on supplies you might need.
Maybe. Oh, good.
What if we refined it a little bit to like what dangers will we encounter?
I like that.
Doesn't it
Yeah.
have doesn't it have to be yes or no though?
Should be.
That
Because the idea is the hero will also talk about, in relation to your question, the past, the present, and the future. So, yeah, look at it real quick. Yeah, it should be yes or no, if possible.
really. Maybe in that case, shall we face great danger in our mission?
Into the Field of Maidens.
Sure. We can do great danger. I'm going to ask for everyone participating to give me a flat check here,
Okay.
instead of going through the whole card shenanigans, as fun as those cards are.
How do I do a flat check?
You just roll a d20. If you look at the very bottom of your screen, the bottom right, you should have little buttons for each of the different dice. Perfect.
Oh no!
Fantastic rolls, people.
Wait, somebody's gonna lose an arm again.
God damn it.
The harrowing brings some interesting results for you all. Namely the fact that, yeah, 100% big danger approaching. Big danger approaching. But Falethel sort of struggles a little bit because the interpretation that she gets is that the source of the danger that you guys will deal with is at least in some way related to Mahari.
Oh no. Okay.
Well, we all knew this was coming. Especially after Lauren opened his mouth.
But 18 or so days pass on the open waters. Is there anything you guys would like to do before you eventually disembark the boat and have to take a few mile journey, your last day or so of travel, to the actual market of hollow flesh?
Nothing for me.
Nothing in particular.
I'm all set.
All right. Making your way to hollow flesh. None of you have ever really been here before, but winding your way through open rocky terrain, you eventually come to what appears to be a large, decently sized stone building off to the side, with a stone path that leads towards what appears to be an almost maybe open sewer system? As far as you know, you've arrived at the entrance to Hollow Flesh.
Huh.
Arming.
Amira's been in worse places. She was in a fucking dungeon for 200 years. She can handle a sewer level.
Yeah, same.
You see multiple statues sort of flanking the cobblestone path, each of them long covered in sort of tree roots that stretch up into the air. Torches lit over by a set of stairs that lead up to, you imagine, an entrance to the building proper. But what you would like to do and where you'd like to go is up to you.
I have my weapon shifted into a maul.
Okay.
So, what is our purpose here at Hollow Flesh right now? Are we looking for information or
Any last prep on supplies you think you might need, and primarily information. You
Okay.
don't know really what will await you in the Field of Maidens, and rather than just going into the field and looking for a place that would serve as good negotiation staging grounds, you figure asking around here might be not a bad idea.
Yeah. Also, I see we have a battle map.
What could that possibly mean?
Yeah, it's quite curious. Remember the last time you said I shouldn't worry about a battle map?
Oh, I do. Oh, I remember that vividly.
Amira is gonna keep an eye out for danger, but
Sure.
you know, right now it's like
You're going to the
we're-
market.
Yeah.
I think Solomon would probably take up the front.
Okay. Feel free to move yourself, Solomon, to where you would be as Amira heads up and opens the door to this building. And I mean, it's not the worst thing you've seen in Geb before. You see, really, primarily what is, or what would be a prison / torture chamber for the most part. Mostly empty, though, with some fresh-looking bloodstains abound. On one of the single beds locked away behind a fence is a human individual. You can see bald, though it looks like a myriad number of metal studs implanted all along their flesh. Currently standing in front of the gate and seemingly sharpening these spiked hooks that they have, metal impaled into their head with almost a metal bit gag in their mouth and an entire blindfold around their eyes that you can see fresh blood on. They turn to look in your direction as the door opens. Oh my! What do we have here?
Choppers.
Prison break.
Oh, go ahead, Solomon, sorry.
Oh no, I was just joking. Prison break.
Mhm.
Charge him.
We're just shoppers. We're looking for merchandise.
Stay back. You don't need to enter here. This is a place of holiness.
Amira looks over at Mahari, looks at the very obviously Kuthite folks, and waits to see if Mahari is interested.
Is this the Field of Maidens, or
No.
where are we right now? Sorry.
Just north
Hollow.
of the Field of Maidens, at a market called Hollow Flesh. It's basically the last bastion of civilization before the Field of Maidens.
Okay. So don't cause a ruckus here. Got it.
Not yet.
I go where I please.
Well, if that's the case, perhaps you'd be interested in joining her.
You said this
Been
was
there,
sacred
done
ground.
that.
Yes, this is a place filled with holiness.
Turns to Amira. Isn't that illegal?
Depends. These folks and their faith are. They're actually pretty big. At least last time I checked. Don't know how the church is doing these days. Mohari, did you want to check this out? I know you've had a change of faith recently.
Yes. You say this is a place of holiness.
How many
So-
times do I have to say it?
Once,
Stay
Mr.
out!
No.
Initiative roll.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Kashmir, you should be at full health, by the way, please. And Solomon, please step back to where you were.
Also, remember the last time we went to a Mahar church?
It did not end well.
It didn't.
Would I have had time to establish this guy as lead?
You've not
Are
been
we-
here for a minute, I don't think.
Okay.
This seems to have gone pretty quickly.
That's fair.
Mahari, you're the first to act. As this creature gets very mad at you and begins swinging the chain in your direction.
Yeah. Intimidating strike on it.
Was that a stride or a step you just took to move closer?
No.
Okay. Please make sure you specify that in the future.
Will do. Intimidating strike.
Go for it. That will hit.
Pretty good damage.
Yeah, as you slam your maul into this creature and it staggers back against the metal, great snarling at you. At the end of your turn, Maharia, I need a will save from you, please. Fair enough. You feel something try to wiggle into your mind, but you've had enough of your mind being played with up until this point. You lock it out. That brings us to its turn. You watch as the visible dent in its chest that you caved in with your maul begins to heal rapidly to where you are. This creature is going to look at you, Solomon. And it's just going... It has a blindfold on, but you can feel it staring at you. You're not sure why, but I need a will save from you, please.
Okay. I'm hero pointing.
Go for it.
Mari used up all the luck.
He really did. A failure will leave you stunned 1. As you...
Was that a
This is not a manipulate. This was a just staring effect. This was him
Stare.
focusing his gaze on you. As all of a sudden, your mind reels, Solomon, and you almost have an out-of-body experience where you're watching yourself kneeling in servitude to this thing. And it takes you a moment to try and force yourself back into your body.
Okay.
Now it's going to take a swing at you, Mahari, with that chain.
Okay.
Well, Nat 1 also. Fantastic. Nat 1's abound. So I think he'll just do it one more time. Go for the double swing at you.
Okay.
And because he is
Hey.
frightened from you, he'll miss.
Nice, nice, nice.
Okay.
Solomon, that brings us to your turn. You will only have 2 actions here, unfortunately.
And he
Um,
lost fright condition again.
That's
Solomon-
just Foundry.
If
Okay,
you delay
fine.
until after me, I can potentially. Oh, he remains frightened. Never mind.
Yeah. Because Mahari has that funny aura of despair where you just can't lose frightened while you're within 15 feet of him. Very funny.
Sorry. Continue, Solomon.
Well, I was going to move up after doing this, but I think I'll just use this turn to prep for now.
the mountainous stance.
And then reinforce that.
All right.
Actually,
Mhm.
actually, sorry. Can I undo that last one?
Doink. Never happened.
Because I'm gonna have to refresh it anyway, so I'm just gonna use the turn to move up.
Sure. As you move
If he wants to
through
take a,
his
if he wants to take a
reach,
strike, he can.
he will be taking a reactive strike against you, since he does have reach on his barbed chain.
Definitely, Marahar is the one caving in his chest. I haven't done anything yet.
Hey, because he can't lose frightened, he does not crate you. That's pretty big. It is still going to be a total of 16 damage, mixed between piercing, spirit, and then bleed damage as well, that you can't take. Pity I can't bleed undead.
Yeah, that was 16. Okay.
All right. The end of your turn, Solomon. This guy's just an aura. You do not become immune to it. Whether you save or fail, just I will need another save. Oh,
What the actual hell is going on
I
here?
don't know. I'm sorry.
Holy moly.
I'm
Should I
so
just
sorry,
resign now?
Solomon. Something about Foundry doesn't like your rolls in my games. I don't know
It's
what
not
it is.
Foundry. My other campaigns, I do not run into this.
That's
and
why I
they
said
use
Foundry
too.
in my games.
Oh, well, as long as Mahari gets the crits, I don't care.
Fair enough. Amira, that
I have
brings
the
us to your
HP.
turn.
I would like to delay until after Kashmi, if she's okay with that.
Kashmi, that'll bring us to you. You are muted, by the way.
Thank you.
The infectious enthusiasm.
I will not be making any attacks on my turn. Wait, no. Give it to me, because I'm going to be using charisma skills.
So she can take it herself. Amira, you will still have to use one action to get
Yeah.
the effect yourself.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
Okay.
fair.
If I give her guidance, would that help?
That'd probably be better.
Yeah, because then she
Yeah.
doesn't have to take it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I take it back. I'm gonna guidance Amira.
Okay.
I'll probably step behind her
Mm-hmm.
and shield up.
Okay.
Ooh, actually, I'm gonna shield Amira too because she's my human shield. Well,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Fair enough. All right, then that will bring us to you now, Amira.
Okay. First things first, I'm going to attempt a recall knowledge.
Sure. What would you like to know?
I would like to know what's going to deactivate this creature's regeneration.
Sure. Looking at this creature, that's not just a person worshiper of Zon-Kuthon like you might have thought. That's a whole ass fiend right there.
Oh, okay.
Holy damage or silver damage is what you're going to need to deactivate the regen, is what you're fairly certain of.
That kind of sucks. I don't want to have to be the one to get up there and deal damage. Okay. Unless I run up and hit him, I'm not gonna be able to, okay, and then Statement Strut is right up to my speed, and my speed is 25. Okay. Well, he's already used his reaction.
He has used a reaction, that is correct.
Oh,
he has two.
no. Why does he have two? Whatever. It's okay. I am going to Bonmo.
Okay. Go for it.
Let's make sure I have all my relevant stuff.
The Mo has been bond.
Okay, use my guidance.
That will succeed.
Okay. Okay, and then I am going to perform a statement strut.
Okay.
He needs to make a will save. Which he'll
think I know.
probably succeed, but I'm hoping maybe not. It's fine. Hashmi, what's your spell DC right now?
I don't know.
You will
How do I
fail.
know?
Oh. If you go to your spells tab, and it should be near the top. Oh, I see. It's 26.
26.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, yeah. So he's not going to be able to use reactions until the end of my turn.
Nice. End of your next turn, specifically.
Yeah, sorry, and my next turn.
All right. I believe that leaves you with one action left. Oh, no, you did a recall knowledge.
Yes, correct.
At the end of your turn, this is not a reaction, this is just an aura. I will need a will save from you, Amira.
Okay.
Welcome to the club.
That is just barely a failure for you.
I figured. Let me think if I guess stunned one is gonna be okay. It's not ideal, but
Then stunned one it shall be. And Mahari, we're back to you.
Okay. First action is to cast or first two actions is to cast a spell.
Sure.
Do I?
He has no reactions until the end of Amira's next turn.
Okay. So there we go.
He also hasn't gotten them back yet.
Yeah. Well, he has used a reaction already, so.
So there we go.
Nice. Get that
Bless.
bless bonus.
Yeah, 15 feet.
Hot diggity
And then
dog.
I'm gonna take a strike
Mm-hmm.
with my maul.
Go for it. That's a
I'm
hit.
so close to that 20.
I know.
I'm glad someone is.
19
just being a
points
rat, I
of
don't care.
damage. All right. I believe that takes us to his turn. And his wounds continue to heal.
Don't worry, I'll fix that soon enough.
I might have something to help as well.
Oh, are your fists silver?
I don't think I have metal strikes yet. That's level 9. I have something else though.
All right, yeah, he's going to use his entire turn to scream.
Oh my god, what?
3 actions. Opening his mouth around the bit, and a wailing howl begins to just emanate forth, filled with quite literal darkness. Streams of shadow just begin to pulse outward from this creature's mouth and wrap around you all.
I don't have a reaction.
This area is completely dark,
Oh,
and creatures
don't
with dark
let that-
vision cannot see through this darkness.
Oh, that's nasty.
I will also need Amira, Mahari, and Solomon to all give me a will save, please.
Oh my god.
Success
So
for
close
Solomon.
to 5.
Failure for Amira, failure for Mahari. Would either of you who failed like to re-roll?
Yes, I'm gonna use a hero point.
Go for it.
I do have 2 hero points, and this, whatever this is, seems like it's gonna be bad.
Probably.
Oh,
An
bless.
exact
Well thrown.
success for you, Amira. Those of you who fail or who succeeded are deafened by the scream. Had
good
you
thing
failed, you would have been confused as well. So very good
Ooh.
on re-rolling that.
Nasty.
God damn.
So everyone is hidden to one another here, since you are effectively blind. You cannot see through here.
Can I sense him with my tremor sense?
It's still an indirect sense, so he's still hidden to you. You know what space he's in, but you don't know exactly where.
Okay.
So I believe that's how that works, if I am correct.
Yes, it is.
Hidden. I don't know why it's still just not letting you guys target him, because you can't see him at the moment, right?
No,
Can see him.
I can see like his swirly
Oh, perfect.
white and shadows.
I don't know what's going on with Foundry. It's not letting me see him when I'm targeting on you guys. That's going to end his turn, though, and bring us to your turn, Solomon.
Alright. Down to 2 actions again.
Mhm.
I'm gonna try to grab him, I guess.
Go for it.
Does it automatically do the flat check, or do
If
I
you're
have to roll
targeting
that
him, it
separate?
will roll it automatically.
It didn't roll it.
That's something might be weird with the fountain.
Yeah, I can see where his token should be, but I cannot target him.
That's so weird. That is a successful flat check. And athletics, you're grappling. That is against reflex or fortitude DC. I believe it's reflex.
It's fortitude DC.
Really? Grapple is against fortitude?
Yes.
Trip
it is.
trip is against reflex. Grapple is against fort.
Feels weird. Feels like it should be against reflex for both. That is just a regular success then.
Okay.
So he is
Also, that's
grabbed.
my bad. I forgot to use the action macro instead of just rolling athletics.
I was wondering why it didn't have that. No worries.
Yeah, that was my bad.
No worries. So he is grabbed. I'm going to say that's going to limit him down to concealed for you, Solomon. Because you're holding on to him.
Alright. Now I'm going to try and flurry of blows.
Sounds good. If I put concealed, can you still target him?
Yeah, I can still do that.
Hot dog. Let's see if that works. There we go. That's a hit.
Finally. Decent roll.
15 points of damage, and here's the fortitude save.
That one.
I think he's fine.
Ugh.
It's the opposite.
Critical success.
But one thing I do want to do.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, you want to curse his wound?
I don't know.
Let's go. Let me give him that will save. I think I just put the effect on him without... Oh no, I put it on you on accident. Let me hit the... It's not letting me hit the button. I might have not built it properly. I apologize. I'll fix it later. Oh, he should have a -1 to this roll. Still a 30,
I don't
unfortunately.
think it mattered.
Does not matter. That's a fun relic ability, though. I'm glad you used it.
Okay. And then here's the second flurry of blows.
Yeah? That will unfortunately not hit.
That's seeing as I only had 2 actions, I think I made the most of it.
Yeah. At the end of your turn, here's the fun thing. You don't have to make the save, because you can't see the visual effect for the aura.
Very
So, Kashmi, that's going to bring us to you.
You fool! You've nerfed yourself.
Look, I have realized the power of making everyone blind to you. It's quite good.
Okay.
Ooh, so I will say, Kashmi, whoever you're trying to target, I don't believe you can actually see them at the moment, so you will have to make a essentially 50-50 chance check.
Can I argue that because she's my wife and we have a linked brain that I can sense her, so it should be a 75-25 chance?
I like what you're thinking. No.
Damn you! Damn you!
If you just a suggestion, you don't have to take it. If you use your astral rain, you don't have to make the flat check on him, because it's just an area attack.
Yeah.
Well, fuck. He's injured.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You can still try and haste someone. You will not. You have to make the flat check, but that is a roll you can hero point. Ooh, unleashing the psyche.
Ooh, big guns coming out.
Uh-oh, where did all my spells go?
There's the effect. What happened to your spells?
Oh, I slipped under rituals instead and got real confused. And then I'm gonna
By the way,
Can I
if you
do
go into
this?
the activations tab, that's where your wand is. Just for future reference. Sure, striking yourself? Absolutely. Don't forget to grab the Sure Strike effect
Oops,
before you roll.
I forgot.
But hey, that is a successful concealment check to target him.
The Sure Strike gets rid of it,
Yeah.
of the flat check. So you should take that as the attack roll.
No.
Yes. No, it was the attack roll. It's what I rolled.
That was the... You still have to hit the imaginary weapon, either bludgeoning or slashing, and then the attack roll button from there.
Fuck.
And grab your Sure Strike effect first, so you get the auto advantage.
Is it not?
There you go.
Okay.
You gotta click and drag it onto your token.
It's okay, Kashmi. You're gonna get another nat 20.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not
You do
quite
hit him,
close
though.
enough.
Still pretty good.
Oh my god, that's so many dice.
We love imaginary weapons.
It's so good.
It is great.
Now we have to kill him fast, because I'm about to be real dumb.
Alright, end of your turn there. Amira, we're up to you.
Okay, I am really hoping I get this strike in to deactivate that regeneration. Okay.
Your rapier is silvered.
Yeah. Because at this point, silver is like really cheap.
Yeah, that's fair. For just a low-grade
Okay.
silvered weapon.
Okay. Devise a stratagem.
Okay.
Please. Oh.
Think, thonk,
no,
think.
come on. Oh wait, no, that's the concealment check.
Yeah, which you didn't
Okay.
actually need to roll, technically. Actually, do you have to?
Yeah, because I
Okay.
am targeting a creature.
Technically, that would be a failure then, because I believe you rolled a 5, and he is still hidden to you. He's only concealed to Solomon.
Oh, shit. Okay. Hold on. Let me choose a creature. Actually, it says choose a creature you can see. There's no way I can't devise a. Oh my.
Yeah, I'd say you can. You have to. I'll allow you to do the flat check, but you'd have to hero point this, what you rolled, if you wanted. And then you are going to have to make another flat check to attack him.
Yes. Can I decide to just let the devise a stratagem fail?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
I'll allow
so
that
I'll
here.
just make a regular attack.
Go for it.
Okay, please, please, please. I need to deactivate some regeneration, baby.
Hit!
Okay.
My
Oh,
God.
it used my devise.
Ooh.
Ugh. Okay.
That's okay. I'll still give you the hit there.
Okay,
And you got
thank
the successful targeting there.
You're so generous, Mr. Jericho.
17 points of silvered damage. All right. And as you stab into him, Amira, that's not just deactivation to regeneration with silver.
It's weakness?
That is weakness to silver as you slice into him with ease.
I always like to imagine when something's weak to silver or cold iron, it like sizzles their flesh.
Oh, it's absolutely boiling under that blade's touch.
I'm sure this guy is happy for the pain, but
Oh, yeah. I'm not gonna repeat the sounds he's making.
Okay, but that's my turn.
All right, back to
Pretty
Mahari.
successful.
Okay. So, I've got my... What to do? Alright, let's,
Misread that ability. That makes a lot more sense. Oh well.
Huh?
Nothing. His aura that he's got going on right now is supposed to be when he uses it and when you start your turn in the area. You have to make a save.
Oh.
But oh well.
Do you want me to still make a save?
Nah, we'll keep it even.
Okay.
I don't want you to risk becoming confused when no one else had to make that check.
Okay. I'm gonna take a strike with my maul.
Go for it. Your flat check here is 11. Unfortunately, you rolled a 2.
Okay.
Up to you. You can hero point it if you'd like.
The flat check?
Mm-hmm. You'll just have to roll another d20 and manually reduce the hero point.
And my flat check's 11.
11, yeah, because he is fully hit into you.
Uh,
You have an
I-
imprecise. Do you have an imprecise scent, Mahari, or no?
No, I do not.
Okay.
I do not. Okay, then.
Oh, Solomon, I forgot. Yours is a motion sense, and it's a precise sense, not an imprecise sense.
Oh.
Then, yeah,
That's
Solomon.
why I was asking earlier.
I thought it was imprecise tremor sense. That's my bad. You would not have to make the check then. You would not have to make any flat checks to target him. Which
Nice.
I think you
Okay.
hit with the one you did anyways, with both of them.
Yeah, both my flat checks went through, so
Yeah.
it didn't matter.
Okay, I'm gonna
I
follow it
always
up
forget
with a
you've
tail.
got that, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm gonna follow it up with a tail strike since it has a lower map.
Sure.
Oh.
Successful targeting, but unable to hit him properly.
Yeah. Then I'll use my last action to make my aura bigger.
Sure, yeah. Buff blesses
How do I-
aura.
Yeah, how do I do that?
If you look at that little 15-foot aura in the top right of your screen by chat, just left-click that. Ta-da!
Okay.
Alright, that is going to bring us back to the creature's turn. He does not get the healing, because he was hit by silver. Let's see. He is going to choose not to sustain this aura of darkness here. He is going to let it fizzle. And technically everything would be dark for him still on his turn, I believe. But he has the better version of dark vision that allows him to see through that. So that would not matter. Who does he want to hit hard is the question.
Me.
Me.
Amira!
I called dibs first.
Amira.
Yeah, the dice have spoken. Not a crit, though.
I'm actually going to whammy.
You want to use one of your 2 whammies
Yeah.
for the day?
Yeah, I get 2
Sure.
a day.
I'll go ahead and re-roll, keep the lower result. He rolled the exact same
Oh
number.
my
Actually, no, he
God.
rolled better, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, he takes the worst, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that is going to be the 23 damage to you off that hit. His second attack, that's going to be against Mahari.
Okay.
Spread the pain.
Yeah.
Make sure everyone can feel it. That's only 17 damage to you, sir.
And I'm going to use my reaction,
Ooh.
Destructive Vengeance, on him.
Ooh.
I'll take the damage first.
All right. I believe you increase the amount of damage you take as well, do you not?
Yes. I increase the damage I take by 2d6, and I'm going to do 2d6 spirit damage to him. So let's roll mine
Mhm.
by 9.
You
and
take
then
9 damage. And he takes 5.
he only takes 5.
Hey, that's still
and-
damage.
And then I get this
the end
one
of your next
triggered my
turn.
champion reaction, and for the additional damage on my strikes, I'm going to leave it at spirit.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's the type you chose to deal, is what it stays as.
Okay.
All right. Ah, very fun champion ability. I love that one.
Yeah.
Last but not least action, we'll spread to everyone. We'll hit Solomon here. Why not? It's probably going to miss, but yeah. Does not manage to hit you, Solomon, as he just arcs the chain up over his head and carves through Amira and Mahari, but it unfortunately loses all of its power before it can get to you. And now the darkness fades at the end of his turn, as we get to your turn.
All right, Solomon, you got this.
Those of you who are deafened are also no longer deafened.
Okay.
I'm gonna go into Mountain Stronghold.
Sure.
And I'm going to try and renew my grab.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Of course.
Ooh. Unfortunately, that does end the grab on him. This time he just twists violently out of your grasp.
Alright, in that case, I'm going to try and trip him.
Go for it. That will unfortunately not
I hate this
succeed.
game. I think that's my turn because I went into stance and did 2 athletics checks.
Mm-hmm. Then, Kashmi, that'll bring us to you. Oh, sorry, at the end of your turn, Solomon, now that you guys can see again, I do need another will save.
Yep.
It's his servitude
Oh.
aura. You're fine.
That's a cool effect.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sure, striking
okay.
again, Kashmi?
Kill him.
It says I can't. Oh, I already have it on me.
There you go. Now, what I should technically mention, I didn't catch this last turn. I don't believe you're actually in range to hit him with the imaginary weapon. Because your amp can give you a 30-foot range, correct?
Yeah, isn't this 30 feet? Oh,
You are
shit.
35 from him.
Oh, okay, then I don't want to sure strike.
Yeah,
I want to move that
absolutely.
extra step.
Sure. I'll give you that spell slot back.
Thank you. That's why they give us the hero points.
Uh-oh.
Yes! Yes!
Uh-oh.
Bonk.
Boom 'em, Kashmi.
Have some of this.
He takes double that, I believe.
Have all of this. Take your 92 damage, bitch.
You just slam him into the ground. And since he has not yet taken silver damage again, but it would be easy enough for you, Amira, now that he's on the ground effectively dead, to just stab him and end the regeneration he has, fully killing him. And that'll end that encounter. And
Kashmi, once again, coming out with the big swing.
oh, so much damage.
I know, right?
I'm going to run in and grab Amari's hand and Amira's hand at the same time. Because I don't know you guys, but I know that I did not like that.
Yeah, Hashmi? Oh. And is she healing us or just holding our hands?
I'm just holding your hands. How do you feel about me?
It's happy, but also not confused. But is she? I guess a little bit confused. Yes, like, oh, is she becoming more comfortable?
Can I use my gloves since I'm
You
holding their
absolutely
hands?
can.
How do I
you
use
can-
them?
You can only give it to one person. You cannot give it to 2 people.
Mm,
So you'll have to choose the
Um,
person.
Your dog or your wife?
Who's hurt worse? You're hurt worse?
Gloves.
strange.
The lever's gloves give temporary HP. They do not heal.
Yeah, but the temp HP lasts for a while, right?
10 minutes.
Only 10 minutes.
Oh.
Not very long.
Well, I don't want to hold your hand anymore. I take it back. I'm gonna run up and check if you guys are okay.
Just a scratch, nothing serious.
I'm missing.
A chunk of your flesh.
Yeah, I'm missing a chunk of my flesh.
I'm gonna start reaching through my bag for an oil of unlife.
Kashmi.
Yes?
Don't waste it.
I try to force the door open.
Absolutely. Give me an athletics check.
Wait. Before you go all willy nilly, do you know what's behind that door?
That's what I'm gonna find out.
Same.
Oh God.
You bend the bars apart, and as you're doing that, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, actually.
Oh no.
A little bit later than our normal break time, I apologize, but I am out of water and I need more.
Okay.
So stand up, stretch, grab some
Sounds good.
water, and I'll see you all in 2-3 minutes.
Solomon's like, if it's me, they're dead. If it's everyone else, I don't give a shit.
I'm so glad
Oh,
I
yeah, you
started
should have been
recording
watching your
right then.
You should have been watching your stuff.
All right, welcome back. So Solomon has just forced open the bars of this cage area while Mahari was touching himself. What would you
Please
like to
don't
do?
ever say that ever again.
You can't stop me. You can see the room appears at first glance to be empty aside from the one individual who appears heavily injured and unconscious on one of the... It's more a table than a bed, if we're being fair.
Amira's gonna make a blind perception check just to look for other threats,
Sure.
which, I mean, probably aren't any. But also, can she make Velstrax a lead, or is that too broad?
I'd say that's
It's-
probably too broad.
Yeah.
I
okay,
also
that's
don't think at the moment you know this is a Velstrax specifically. All you figured out earlier was that it is a fiend.
fair. Okay, that's fair.
But I
I'm gonna try to wake him up.
believe your leads have to specifically be...
Like an individual or a group of creatures.
Yeah, it has to be something you're specifically looking into. Let me find the wording of it again.
It's no worries. Go ahead and handle the lady.
Okay. Are you guys trying to wake her up?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and shake her awake.
Sure.
Is she restrained?
She is not.
I mean, maybe we should just. We don't know if she's friend or foe. Like, how
We'll
awake
find
are you gonna
out.
make her? Oh, you guys stress me out so bad.
Oh. Is it time for more torture? Just let me sleep for longer for once.
You can sleep after.
Who the bloody
Bad
hell are you?
questions. The devil.
You're not the devil.
Good, so you are awake.
I'm fairly sure I'm awake. Don't think I've kicked
Still
the bucket yet.
You have Z's coming from your head, that's why.
Oh, that's just magical effect I put on myself every now and then to hide the fact that I'm awake when I shouldn't be. Let me dispel that real quick.
Does she have
Clever.
2 eyes on the right, or is that a...
Who's a flounder?
Oh, like on her artwork?
Yeah.
I believe it is. It might just be an issue. Let me look for the actual high quality version real quick. Good old art gallery. It really doesn't show very well. It may actually be effectively the tattoo of an eye on top of her other eye,
Okay, that makes sense.
or like a tattoo of an eye on her eyelid.
That's weird, but okay.
You're in Geb.
True, very true.
Honestly, that would be a dope eye/tattoo.
That would be a fun tattoo for that. That's a decent idea.
Ooh,
She looks over to the corpse on the ground. Ah. Alright, so... You people are mildly competent, it looks like. Welcome
Answer
to
my
Hollow Flesh.
Well, first answer my companion's question, if you would.
Oh, sorry, what was your question again?
Who are you?
Ah, Rofella, Master of the Market. It's a pleasure
Why
to
are
make
you
your
a priest?
acquaintance, but I'm not sure we're really in good times for that.
Where exactly is the market?
Oh, in the sewers. Number
Why
of
is the
tents, number of
master-
people hiding there. It's where things get done. It's where we've got the, it's where the market is.
And
Why is the master of the market in prison?
Because some fuckers have been trying to shut us down for a while now, and I've been refusing them. They got mad.
Can you lead us to this market?
It's right around the corner. But I have to ask, why do you not know any of this? You're with one of them.
What?
And she just points at Mahari.
Oh, it's only been a recent change of faith for him. Oh,
Nothing to do with faith. One of his kind. They're the ones leading the attack. They're the ones commanded to shut us down, so why are you working with them?
Champions?
we as the party have not seen the Null soldiers, correct?
Correct. You've been made aware of them by Lixel,
Okay.
but you have never seen them before.
Are you... And Mahari, if you want to poke in at any time, let me know. But, Amira will say, are you referring to those Null soldiers we've heard of? Sorry, we've been away for a while. We're still learning what's going on.
Ass backward rurals, alright. Yes. Those damn, whatever, fiendish, furry creatures. They get made in a factory near here, and they want to take on ruling of trade in this region. Don't quite like the market being here.
Oh my God, shut up, Solomon. Amira will say, is there a reason they don't like them? Well, oh, sorry. She said they're trying to take over the trade. Okay. Amira will ask, how big is this factory? Do you know, like, how many people are there?
I haven't been there. I don't know how it works. Quite frankly, it's not even really a big factory. If you're familiar with a get up north, I suppose. It's not like that. It's... they get churned out. And from what I've been able to gather, most of them come from Thornhearth.
Amira will go out and try to meet Mahari's eyes and give him a look. I suppose they've been together long enough that she can kind of convey silently, like, just, do you want to do something about this eventually? Maybe not right now, but you want to break up this factory?
Yes. He'd also be able to convey that with a look and a nod. Making cheap copies of himself simply won't do.
Anyways, he's fine. He is not one of those soldiers. It's just a Null. Are those... so those soldiers are down in the market as we speak?
Few of them, few, no. Just checking. Vampire, Ghost. Assuming you are one of them. Vampire yourself, and then big one. Looking at the stitches. Do I have to guess zombie for you? None of you are alive?
Not a single one of us.
Well,
I've been called a lot of things.
I do not care for your philosophy. I'm be completely honest with you.
What's a philosophy?
I need
Don't
a drink.
worry about that one.
I need a drink. Yes, some of them soldiers leading the charge, and some folks dressed up like Pharasmans with them as well.
Oh. By the hell's not Pharasmans. Well, you said dressed up like Pharasmans. Do you
Dressed
have
up like
reason to
them.
believe they're not?
Saw the attire, saw the, that stupid little spiral they wear. Didn't see any of them use magic or anything, though.
Mm.
So, couldn't tell you for certain, but damn looked like them.
Most likely, it's someone posing as them. It'd be because if they did have magic like that, it'd be foolish not to use it.
Absolutely,
Well-
I would have enjoyed being healed by them.
We're here for a reason. We wanted to pick some stuff up, some equipment, some information. Can't exactly do that while your market is under siege.
You might want to go quick. Not sure how many of my merchants. Not sure how many of my merchants are going to still be alive at this point. Oh, well, dead.
If we clear your market out for you, you'll owe us a favor.
I suppose you'd be true
You'd
in
be.
that.
Does the breaking out of prison already not count as a favor?
Oh, that already counts as a favor, don't worry. But now she's gonna owe us a bigger favor.
Well, damn, if we're talking about
People-
favors, let's just make a deal. You've probably got
We're-
things I want, and I probably have things you want. So, let's make a trade. At least plan for one.
What you
Such
got for
as-
us?
You said you're looking for information and for supplies?
That's correct.
What sort of information are you looking for?
About the Field of Maidens.
Interesting. I could potentially scrounge some up, depending on what exactly information about the field you're looking for. Supplies, coin, easy enough to provide, but depends on how much work you're willing to put in for me. Mutually beneficial trade. Looking at your Mahari, I should actually ask this: how good is Mahari at hiding any displeasure he feels about what he's heard about these demonic gnolls?
There would be a look of disgust on his face. It would be there, but it wouldn't be like an overt snarl. It would just be more like a kind of curling of his lip when they're mentioned.
Sure. Someone who's paying attention could tell, though, that you dislike them, probably. Looking at your friend's expression here, I get the sense you're not a big fan of those fellows downstairs, and quite frankly, if I'm being perfectly honest myself, I'm a little pissed off with the fact that they thought they could take down me. They probably would have if you didn't show up. So, how about we make a deal? You take down the one producing them for me, and I'll help you in any way I can. Information, funding, whatever you need.
Business
Yeah.
partnership?
Out of character, does she mean the entire factory or just the ones at the market?
She means effectively the one behind, like the top person behind the creation of the gnolls, at least in this region. So effectively the person running the factory. Can make a business partnership work.
I sense motive on her.
Absolutely. Kashmir, are you
That's-
trying to sense motive as well?
Yeah.
We're
I
taking
need-
down the entire production. We'll need funding.
Well, the production itself, I'll be entirely honest, I don't much care for. I just hate that fucker who runs the organization.
You have the fucker's name.
Of course, I've met her.
And?
Governess Shay of Thornhearth. Remove her head from her shoulders, and we'll have a deal.
And do you know what she is? Is she a vampire, one of the quick?
Only met her once, from what I've seen and heard. Vampiric tendencies, to be sure, but rumor has it she's more fey than mortal.
Is she a part of any of the great factions?
I couldn't tell you. What?
Oh,
Actually, she can. With a nat 20 on her recall knowledge roll there. From what I heard, she is not a known member, but is affiliated with the Celebrants. The informants I've got, apprenticed to some high-up figure in the Celebrants named Necressa or some shit.
Upon hearing that name, Amira's head immediately pivots to look at Mahari.
yeah, his eyes have gone completely black.
Oh, might want to get that checked out. It doesn't look too healthy for you.
They return to their yellow, slitted
Ooh.
uniqueness. Oh, don't worry. I'm going to get it checked out. And
You
when
have
I
fun with that,
do,
then?
someone's going to die.
By all means, kill away. Try and leave my merchants alone, if you wouldn't mind, if you can. But by all means, run wild. I don't care.
Let's go to this market.
Amira and Mahari, the two of you, as far as you can tell, she's being honest.
I mean, it's always when someone is open about the fact that they're like, yeah, I'm using you, you're using me.
Right.
That's usually someone you can trust.
Yeah. Oh,
Don't know if I would agree with that, but
Well, if she was like, oh, I'm doing this out of the kindness of my heart, then I'd be like, no, that's bullshit.
Yeah, that is complete and utter bullshit.
by the way, those trees outside aren't supposed to be there. Just a warning.
The trees.
That's what I said. Got planted here the last time they came to try and pressure me. I told them to fuck off. Left them behind as gifts. Had to send some people into the market the back entrance on occasion because of that.
Speaking of the back entrance,
You don't want to go in the back entrance. Low chance of survival. The
I really wanted to make a
quite
that's what
literally
she
melt your
said joke.
flesh off.
it's what that flesh off?
The heat will melt your flesh off.
Oh God. Okay, well, I guess it's the front door for us.
Oh my god, I've been muted this whole time.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh,
Again,
Kim, you've got to figure some way out to.
I just have ADD. Yep. Do I have flesh
When you're in your corporeal form,
when I'm not?
nope. You're just a ghost.
Well,
Heat will
would-
still affect you, but you wouldn't melt flesh.
But it could like mess with her ectoplasm or whatever.
Yeah, it could effectively still. She could still be burned away.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, if you want to go in the back entrance, I got the fortitude saves ready.
hey, Fortune's my best one. I'm do it.
Did
Are you sure
have
you
any
trust
other
your rolls
questions?
right now?
Honestly, it would be more entertaining at least. Because with missing a strike, nothing happens. It's just boring. At least if I fail there, I'll go up in a spectacular blaze.
A blaze of fire.
Don't worry, I've got other ways for you to go up in a spectacular blaze here.
You heard it here first,
Before I
folks.
exit the room, I'm gonna snap off an arm and then just munch on it. The
Oh,
body.
of the creature?
The fiend, yeah.
I thought you meant yourself for a moment.
I could do that too, but it's not as tasty.
Actually, before I leave, I would also pry its mouth open.
Sure.
When we saw it scream, you said there was like some void in its mouth.
It was almost like I think that's a good way of describing it, and literal tendrils of darkness would flow outwards and begin wrapping around you all.
Is the void still there?
It is not.
Hmm.
You get the sense, I think, pretty easily that whatever magic this creature possessed probably fled its body upon death.
Okay.
Would I know if drinking the blood of a fiend is a good idea or not?
Give me a recall knowledge roll.
Oh boy.
I'm still doing it.
I don't think you should drink the blood of a fiend.
Eh.
Well, I'm not drinking. I'm eating it.
I mean, it might not taste great. Honestly, you've never tried it before, but thinking on it, there's not really any any standard for it as far as you know.
I mean, we're in a safe environment. Amira will bite down.
Tastes ashy.
And that sounds about right. Do I still get my temp HP from it?
You do.
Okay, cool.
How long does that temp HP last, by the way?
10 minutes.
Nice.
How much temp HP do I get? It's equal to the target's level.
Ooh, 10.
10. Okay. Yeah, that felt like a PL plus 2 encounter.
Yeah. Kashmi, were you hitting people to heal them at all during that time? I'm not sure.
No, I
you
don't
will
know
if
I
you
can do that.
Fair enough.
I think Amira would be like, hey, Kashmi, so this might sound a little bit weird, but you can actually, like, slap us, and because we're undead, we'll heal up our injuries? I swear this isn't a fetish thing.
Well,
Mahari,
it can be both.
Mahari will just be like, it's true. The part about you healing us, the fetish thing, I don't have any way of confirming or denying whether that's true. I mean, you're the one who was married to her, and then he walks off.
Oh, that's 100% a fetish for him, then. You could hear it in the way he said it.
You want me to hit you?
So, the one thing I'm not sure on, does this Kashmi accept that she's a ghost?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, since you're a ghost, you're kind of like filled with negative energy and stuff, and since,
This sentence, I'm gonna cold cock you, just bam, right in the face.
Roll the healing for your melee weapon.
Don't I have my hand wraps?
Yes, so roll damage on your unarmed strike effectively, is what
There
I
we
was
go.
trying to say, but I can't English.
Words
I'm
are
not a
hard.
smart man. Oh, you didn't need to roll an attack if you didn't want to. You can just roll damage.
How do I roll just damage?
Do you see the little red button that says
Oh, the little
damage?
button that says damage?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
7 health back to you, Amira.
Yeah, as Amira's wounds kind of heal a little bit, she just smiles and gives a thumbs up. Yep, just like that. And a few more slaps, and I should be all good. I'm sorry, that sounds really weird.
We
Already
can
at
do what
full
we've
health.
previously done, where we just take 5 minutes or like 3-4 minutes, and you just smack everyone to full health. Kashmi found the roll button, and she's very excited.
I should tell you that this feels very uncomfortable, but also very, like, satisfying. I didn't realize I had all this stress built up. I really appreciate this, you guys. Thank you.
Right.
Clench your fist.
Yeah, if you don't clench your fist, you might break your fingers.
No, it just hurts the other person.
Even as her hand is like going through you when she smacks you.
I'm
You're
gonna.
bad. Come on, turn it into the punch.
What was this
He's
woman's
just
name
giving her
again?
fighting
Jericho?
advice.
Rofella.
Rofella?
Rofela.
Rofella. Why, is it just blatantly obvious she's a Kuthite?
You don't see anyone, like, you don't normally see anyone else with this level of sort of injury on them. It's probably pretty obvious she's a Kuthite.
Okay. Alright. I'm gonna ask her, so, were you here by choice, or was that thing, and he points to the corpse outside, keeping you here?
I mean, this here is my home normally, so I was just staying here. That thing wouldn't really let me leave at all, and just enjoyed inflicting wounds.
Was he part of the attacking force, or was he just a?
It sounds like he was an opportunist.
Let's just say I've called him here every now and then to relieve some stress, and when everything went down, I might have lost control of the summoning. Gave him an in to stick around a bit longer than normal.
Huh. What exactly was he? I mean, obviously he's not one of us.
No, he's a fiend. We call him Velstrax. You thrive on pain. Feed on it, even.
Huh.
Servants of Zon-Kuthon, am I correct?
Many of them are, that's true.
Well, I don't see many of them back-talking him, considering he is a god. Okay.
Specifically, you would know there is a divine servitor race of Velstrax that directly serves on Kuthon, but regular Velstrax aren't typically just direct servitors of the deity.
No. Okay. Well, that explains a lot.
Anything else we need to know before we start killing some folks for Fella?
Trees, Phrasmins, potentially Phrasmins. More of not him, I guess. Not much. If it starts to get hot, run. They might have set a charge over by the furnace. If you find the Shadow Heart, feel free to take whatever treasure it's holding. If you survive it, that is, but it's kind of the heart and soul of the market, so I'd more appreciate it if you left it alone. But if what it has helps you out, then by all means, go for it.
We'll try our best to keep it safe so that we can facilitate a long-term partnership with you.
More can be made if needed. It's just a time-consuming process. So.
Well, I guess our first stop is killing some trees.
Yeah, have fun with that. You guys are free to move over.
Amira, you might want to wait for the tanks.
Yeah, I am waiting this time. I have learned my lesson to some degree.
You have?
Yeah, imagine that.
I'm so proud of
Jericho,
you. Yes?
could you please move Mahari to the front? I had to step away from my desk for a moment.
Shame.
He would keep pace with Solomon.
Okie doke. Cashmere,
I assume
are
she's
you with
talking
the
about
group?
these.
Yeah, I would.
That is correct, Solomon.
I don't even know where you guys went.
Outside.
Wonder what tree tastes
Oh,
like.
all the way over there.
I can move you if you'd like.
Thank you.
Whoop.
I would reach out and grab Amira's hand because I feel like that might be
Oh.
handy now. And ask her, is there anything else that I need to know?
Nothing I can think of right now. I am legitimately trying to think, and I don't think there's anything else that we haven't told Cash Money about herself.
Man, you. No, you can't. How do I give you the effect?
Are you
Um,
activating the lover's gloves?
Yeah, well, I'm not activating them. They activate themselves.
I already have temp HP right now.
True, but if you share the same feeling she has, she gets the temp HP also.
Ooh, okay, yeah, I'll share the same
Actually,
feelings.
I couldn't. Mahari doesn't have any temp HP, right?
That's true. You could share your love of the dog.
I
It's
don't
okay.
love the dog.
Right, you just have strong positive feelings about the dog.
I just love the dog.
The dog is love.
So here's
Mahari,
the...
do you love me back?
Mahari will lean down and he will put his nuzzle under Kazmi's chin and nuzzle her the same way he would do to one of his most beloved and cherished comrades.
Take those temp HP, my guy.
I do have to... Mahari, because I'm not 100% certain of your emotional state at this point, does he have effectively strong positive feelings for Kashmi?
Necessarily romantic.
Does not have to be
No,
romantic. Just
they're not.
positive
They're not.
feelings.
They're not romantic.
That's what I'm clarifying for you,
Yeah.
just in case that was a whole.
It does not have to be. They just have to be strong positive feelings.
They are.
Okay. And you guys
Mahari
both
wouldn't
get the
have done
glove
it
effect.
otherwise.
Boop. For 10
Mahari
minutes.
wouldn't have done
And then we get a +1 status bonus to saving throws, right?
You do not. Oh, yes, you do. It is just a flat +1 item status bonus to saves. And during the duration, when you both roll a success on a save against an emotion effect that causes negative emotions, you both get a crit success instead. A bit more limited in scope, but... You guys ready to attack the trees?
Yep, let's do it.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
All right. I'm going to... I think I can ask for initiative here, since you guys know it's the trees you're fighting.
I can definitely pursue a lead on these, right?
Yeah, you would have had time when she mentioned the trees outside to pursue a lead on them.
I'm sorry I didn't mention this earlier, Jericho, but when Mahari was told that they would be fighting trees, he would have shifted his maul into his Gisarm.
Absolutely.
Can you shift it into an axe specifically?
Yes.
I would recommend shifting it into a great axe.
Okay, I'll do that then.
Why that
Am I allowed
over
to-
a disarm?
Sorry, it's meta knowledge. Can I do a recall knowledge just so I'm, like, not being a shithead meta player?
I will allow it.
Thank you,
then I'll-
Jericho.
Yes, in character, I'm not sure Amira would have that knowledge that trees are weak specifically to axes. And with that roll, Amira, you actually would not know that.
Oh, okay,
I'll just
I'm
stick
sorry.
with the Gisarm then.
Okay. Yes.
Feels-
Above
I
table,
feel like
trees inherently have a weakness to axe. Funny enough.
it makes sense. They're trees.
Yeah.
Right.
Like Lord of the Rings.
Alright. Go ahead and roll some initiatives for me, people.
Okay.
Alright. They're not yet hostile, so Mahari, you're actually up first.
They're not hostile yet, huh? Okay, I'd like to do a recall knowledge on these.
Sure. What would you
See,
like to know?
maybe I have. Its weaknesses.
Sure.
It's. Am I allowed to specify weaknesses or just one thing?
I will typically allow weaknesses and resistances to be one thing, immunities would be a separate thing.
Okay, weaknesses and resistances then.
Go for it.
Okay, recall, where is it? Repair, recall knowledge, here we go. There we go.
You've never come across things like this. Like, there's trees, but then these appear to be sentient trees in some way. You're not aware of what sort of magic would be animating them and how that might affect them. So, unfortunately, you are not sure what weaknesses and or resistances they may have.
Nox
Okay.
is in fire.
Well, Mahari would be able to just reason, oh, if it's a tree, it's going to burn. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any fire.
Right. You just don't have a way of confirming that.
Yeah. Okay. And let's see. Let's stride here.
Okay.
Well,
That is
Jericho,
not
this is
within
a-
reach of it.
and I'll attempt to demoralize it.
Sure. The tree. What language are you using?
Intimidating glare.
That's a great language.
Boo. Yeah. Boo. Ah, I was almost there.
Unfortunate. You stare at the tree, and suddenly the branches morph into this visage you see on the token of a screaming face. Just staring at you.
Okay, that's fine.
Turn back!
Okay, That's,
Solomon, you're up.
that's my turn.
Go into mountain stance,
Sure.
and then I am going to ravenous charge.
The tree is alive. That will successfully grapple the tree.
And now I get to make a bite
You
attack.
get to bite it.
My bite went away. All
Uh-oh.
I have is falling stone.
Oh, because you're in mountain stance. Your only strikes you can make are the falling stone ones.
Okay.
So you cannot make the bite of Ravenous Charge here, unfortunately.
That's okay.
Sorry about that.
I wanted to move and grapple anyway.
Fair enough. Which would have been the same number of actions.
Yep.
Kashmi, we're up to you.
Like, do we know that these trees are like bad guy trees, or just some chick told us that these are like new trees?
She said they were planted by the people who have a problem with the market, and this one just yelled "turn back" at you guys. So
She also said they were preventing people from coming through.
yeah.
It makes me uncomfortable how quick you guys are to just violence immediately. Like, you don't even try to talk about it or ask, maybe we could just pay a small fee and he would allow us to go through. Or I just feel like you guys are very rash.
Yes.
I've not had violence in weeks.
This is catharsis for Solomon.
Yeah, like, he needs
He
this.
needs this.
I need to devour the strong.
I did give you one
Okay.
focus point back, Kashmi, because during that conversation you would have been able to refocus a single one at least. Which actually, you're a
Perfect.
psychic, so you refocus for 2 when you refocus.
Yay!
Dog.
You said you're a psychic, but for a second I thought you were going to say you're a psycho.
I wouldn't be the one to
mean-
say that.
Potato, tomato. Then I am going to Amir's next.
Amira is next.
Sorry, it's been a minute since I played myself, and I have to remember all the things I can do.
Yeah, the number of sessions we've gone without combat for you guys. Don't worry. Next session, basically going to be all combat for you.
Solomon salivating at the mouth. Yes! Violence!
Perfect. Okay, can we do a little bit of this, maybe?
Absolutely. What language are you bon mowing him with?
Oh, I forgot. This isn't the creature that has a boreal.
No, but you did hear this creature yell turn back in common.
Oh, then I'm gonna yell it back at him in common.
Fair enough.
I don't know why, but for the reason I thought of this clip.
I'm gonna ask him if he's a weeping willow, cause he looks sad. Those are my mean words to trees.
It just turns its head to look at you. What would you like to do with your last two actions?
So I bond mode him, and then I'm gonna guidance Amira since she's next,
Okay.
and just regular
Or-
shield her, I guess.
Sure.
Wait, can you cast shield on other people?
Psychic's version of shield can be.
I'm magic. That's my love out there.
That'll bring us to your turn, Amira.
Okay. Let's go ahead and it's already bond mode.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We don't know if these things have reactions, but I may as well statement strip because it lets me actually maybe I'll wait for more enemies to get within 30 feet.
Sure.
Okay, I'll go ahead and attempt a demoralize using that lovely, lovely guidance I was given.
Go for it.
Do, do, do.
That will succeed. Frightening the tree.
Okay. Well, I may as well go for a devise a stratagem just to see if I get like a nat 20
Sure.
or something.
Considering it's a nice free action for you.
Yeah. I could yeah, why not? Let's go ahead and straight up.
Okay. No reactive
Then-
strike.
Okay, that's good. Still might have some kind of reaction, so.
That it will hit because it is grabbed. Well, the grabbed helps.
Does it take extra fire damage?
It does.
Oh,
A couple things occur, though, as you hit him. You notice the wood around the flames that stoke from your blade begin to spark and burn. At the same time, stabbing into the wood. It's a
Yeah.
tree. Stabbing, it's not the greatest of help, so it doesn't seem to take as much piercing damage, but that is far offset by the amount of fire damage it takes in return.
That makes sense.
That will end your turn, I believe.
Correct.
Great. You've got the fire. You get targeted.
Okay. I've
As
also
this
got the
thing's
shield
going to freak out
and the temp
and
HP.
begin slamming its branches into you. And will miss, unfortunately. And now we'll actually see who it wants to target with its last action here, or with its other two actions here.
Me.
Sure.
Hit me!
Yes.
We'll hit you with a root this time. Ooh, the dice not working out for me there. That's a shame. And
I'm glad I have my mountain stance.
yeah, that +4 to AC is pretty nutty.
I can go all the way up to 30 if I do mountain stronghold.
We'll go ahead, and with its last action, it is going to make a root strike against Amira. just begins to slam its roots and branches to all sides as you light it on fire, Amira, but all of you just easily dodge out of the way of its attacks. And that brings us to another one, and it's gonna walk towards you, just
Good.
unraveling itself from the wall and beginning to crawl its way towards you. What is the distance from each of you at the moment? Ooh,
Come to me.
unfortunate. Only Solomon is within 30 feet here.
Yes.
Yeah, it'll still flick some thorns at you from where it is. Why not?
Oh, it's making a ranged attack.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it just barely misses. It's going to have to do it one more time. It does not want to necessarily just directly approach. Nope, none of them strike you as they just go wide. Bringing us to the third and final Reaper. Use 2 actions to move here. Do you have a reactive strike, Solomon?
Nope.
Okay, so it does not trigger one, unfortunately. With where it is here, it's got multiple targets. Let's roll to see. Ooh. As I throw my dice across my room. Solomon, your wish has been granted. You're
Oh,
getting
damn.
smacked.
Yes.
Being flanked here, unfortunately, you will finally take a hit for 21 points of bludgeoning damage. As
Okay.
dodging all of the other attacks, you don't quite manage to avoid this one sprinting towards you effectively and slamming into your side. Mahari, we're up to you.
All right, I'm going to stride to right here.
Okay.
I'm going to target this one with an intimidating strike
Go for it.
with my disarm. I don't think I'm saying that right, but whatever, who cares?
You are.
You have reach with that thing?
Yep.
Yes.
So,
Oh, damn it, I wasn't targeting
you
him.
were not
Crap.
targeting it, but a 31 will hit.
Okay.
$22 points of damage. All right,
Nice.
all right.
It's now in my aura of despair. And that will
Unfortunately for it.
end my turn.
All right, Solomon.
All right. First action. Where's my button? Button. Who's got the button?
Mountain Stronghold.
Ooh, what's that do?
What's my AC more?
Yeah. Effectively a raised shield with no shield block.
Alright. Then I am going
At the moment, his AC outstrips yours, Mahari.
I know, by like 1.
Yeah, he's at 30 at the moment.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's because normally Mountain Stance gives me a dex cap of 0, but Mountain Stronghold gives me a dex cap of 1. I'm going to go ahead and my Dragon Strikes, and then
Okay.
Flurry of Blows just to start digging into the tree.
Go for it. That will hit because it's frightened and off guard. 21 damage off the first strike.
Stunning Fist as well.
Yep. Ooh, I hit the wrong button there. It will actually fail. You will manage to stun the tree.
3 stun.
Second one just barely hits. Alright, hefty damage. That does end your grab on it, I believe, at the end of your turn, though.
Because I did not renew it.
You also notice as you're hitting a solid surface effectively with bludgeoning. There isn't really like anything hollow within it for it to cave in, so it is resisting the impact of your fists slightly, but you're still dealing hefty damage to it.
And just as a reminder for resistance, with Flurry of Blows, it totals the damage, then resistance
Yes,
applies.
yes.
Alright.
Thank you for the reminder, because there's no way that Foundry does that automatically. Kashmi, that brings us to you.
Okay, great.
Kill the trees, cash me.
Kill him.
A 5-foot burst is a single square, right?
A 5-foot burst is not. A 5-foot burst looks like that. 4 squares.
Okay. And
4
then,
squares and 7 years ago.
4 squares and 7 years ago.
7 years.
Sorry, I'm reading. Give me one sec.
Take your time.
Who reads their abilities?
I know, right?
People smarter than me.
Um, it's all creatures. That's what the problem was. Okay. I'm gonna do a little bit of this.
Go for it. By the way, if you hit the use button, not just the picture next to it, that's what'll actually give you an effect for it.
Where's the use? Oh, Jesus.
Little hidden, and then you can just hit apply effect in chat, just like that.
That's nice. Thank you,
Yeah.
boss. And then
Do you want to trigger your presence?
that's what I was reading, but it affects everybody, right?
It does affect everybody, yes.
And it's from me. It's not, I can't set it somewhere.
Correct. So it would hit everyone here.
Yeah. So no.
Okay.
That's what I was reading. Then I am gonna so this guy, the badly injured guy, is bond mode and demoralized.
At the moment,
Yep.
yeah. And his frightened won't go away.
Okay. Well then can I let's do this.
Ooh, who would you like to guide? Yourself.
Myself. And then let's do this.
Okay.
Can I put it? Oh shit, it doesn't hit them both.
No, and just as an FYI, guidance will not buff your astral rain at all, because astral rain is giving the opponent a saving throw. You're not making any rolls with it.
Oh, well then I don't want it.
Okay. Guidance would be good if you're going to imaginary
You know,
weapon.
no. I'm sorry, I did the wrong one. I do want it. I don't want to astral rain.
Ah, I see. No worries.
I want to
That.
imaginary
Focus point
weapon.
back. Okay.
And I can only hit both targets if I'm by them.
Correct. Yeah, if you were in melee reach of both of them, you could hit both of them. Otherwise, you have to use the amp that lets you hit from a range.
Then can I take my guidance back as well, since I didn't think that out well?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, actually. We were just talking about warping space.
Mm-hmm.
Can I warp space and shoot from here together?
No, because
And hit
those are
them both.
separate amps. You have to choose which amp you're going to use, either the warp space amp or the hit 2 creatures that you're within melee of amp.
You can't amp 2 different spells on the same turn?
You cannot do 2 different amps on the same spell. You have to choose one
Oh.
amp.
I have anything that would let me get that extra 5 feet so I could get between these two fuckers?
I don't think you have any real transportation abilities that are one action, if I recall.
Where is Kashmir right now?
She's right down here. She's 30 feet from the space that would be let her hit both of them at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
If she could be in Mahari or Solomon's space, she could do it as well, but they're both in the way.
I will not give up my position. I'm right where I want to be.
He's surrounded, just like he wants to be.
What are...
Got them right where they want us.
Actually, Kashmi, you do have something. The free action once per hour ability under Boots of Elvenkind gives you a 5-foot status bonus to your land speed until the end of your turn.
Fuck it, I knew I had something. I knew it.
So
Thank
that'll
you
let
so
you move
much.
the full 30 feet. And then you can do that to hit both of them. Very nice. Which one are you attacking first?
The badly injured one.
Sure thing.
Surrounded on all sides. They can't escape us now.
Ooh, that's gonna hit. That's so much damage.
Oof.
Alright, and then go ahead and attack the other one as well. That Reaper is just barely alive. Unfortunately, that will not hit the other one.
I'm pretty sure it will.
I'm pretty sure that crits.
And it's a crit.
Uh-oh. I'm in danger.
Another 92. That's
Take your 92 hit points.
I will take 87, thank you very much, due to my resistance.
Okay, fine. Fine, I will be resisted.
Look, Kashmir, you just did over 100 damage on your turn. That might be the record so far. Alright, well done. Amira, that brings us to you.
I just need one good hit.
Yeah.
Think.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do a think.
Think, thonk, think.
Thinking
Oh,
is not
I just
allowed
realized
here.
it doesn't force me to zoom in anymore on you.
Okay, that should be more than enough. Yeah, I'm going to... I mean, right now I may as well just go for the strike to finish it off until whatever else is going to happen is
Because
going to happen.
otherwise it's going
after
right
that.
after you.
Yeah. Okay, so that was free action device, one action strike.
And that will finish off the tree.
Yeah. And then can I stand like over here for the flank?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate
I
it,
don't have
Mr.
map
Jane.
there, though.
No.
I'll just put off guard
Or-
on it. I know you're flanking.
Okay.
Oryx and Kiss, alright.
And then I'll just go ahead and make another strike.
Go for it.
Actually, when is his turn? His turn is then. Do I think if I get a crit, I think I can kill this guy, so I may as well.
Crit.
Okay.
That's a solid hit.
Yeah. Not gonna. Oof.
Ooh.
Oof. Oof.
But hey, all you care about is triggering that fire weakness on him.
Yep, that is indeed true.
Alright, I believe that ends your turn.
That ends my turn. And now
Alright.
he can fucking murder me, I'm sure.
Well, I gotta murder with this guy first, who's just gonna start by moving here and swinging at you, Kashmi. Since it does have a reach on its branches. Oh, a low roll. But still 19 bludgeoning damage to you.
No,
The mic is freaking out and I can't understand her.
I'm dying. It hurts.
I can understand. I knew exactly what she was going for. You do still take that 19 damage,
That's fine.
and the tree will make a will save. That it will just barely succeed.
Oh no!
So it is
Still
still
becomes
dazzled
success.
until the start of Kashmi's next turn.
Oh.
And so it is going to have to... It will be dazzled as it targets you with its other attack. Unfortunately, it will still hit you.
Oh, come on.
For another 24 bludgeoning damage to you. 22
Stop
after
hitting
your
my
ghostly
mic.
resistance.
Good thing I had those extra hit points.
Right? On to the other tree. What would it like to hit is the question. I have so many juicy targets. I think
Me.
I'll roll.
It wants to hit me.
Over me. Over me.
Let's see. Ah, a beautiful roll of the dice. Mahari,
Yes.
the target of choice.
Hit me.
Lucky
Maybe one
bastard.
more time.
Oh, I rolled with the dazzled guy's stat sheet. He's not, the one who's hitting you is not dazzled. So you'll just take a solid 25 bludgeoning damage.
And I'm going to use Destructive Vengeance again.
Go for it.
Let's see if I can get a better,
Low damage on yourself, high damage on it.
yeah. Let's see. Look, first myself.
Not
Already
bad.
cast self-destruct.
And I'm going to do, spirit damage.
Sure. Ooh.
Aw, 4.
Unfortunate.
I know.
Second target for the tree.
A
We're
Lorax cast.
Spreading the love around. We're going to hit you with a root, Solomon. Or we're going
Yes.
to fail to, at least. Oh, Mountain Stronghold caused it to miss. Final attack is going to be against Amira.
Okay.
Honestly, it might attack you, Solomon, if not for the fact that it is intelligent enough to recognize that it probably won't hit you here.
Yeah.
You are quite literally too sturdy for it to injure at the moment. But hey, it'll miss Amira as well with a nat 1. So, Mahari, that brings us to you.
Well, we're just going to have to swing
Sure.
on this
It is
guy.
not off guard to you.
Got it.
Oh yes, that'll hit. Oh, very much so. And so many damage types, none of which is resisted by it.
It's still up. Damn.
It is still up, just barely.
Okay, I'd like to do another recall knowledge on it. Same question as before.
Weaknesses, resistances?
Yes.
Go for it. Now that you've paid a bit more attention, you've gotten into the flow of the fight, you've recognized most things. Things like piercing and bludgeoning damage, those types of physical injury, it's going to resist. It's not just tree, it's a bit harder than that. And based off of how it's reacted to Amira, that's a heavy weakness to fire it has. Similarly, it is a tree. There is a very high likelihood that, for whatever reason, specifically an axe will hit it harder. And maybe that's because of just general public cognizance of it, that, trees get chopped down by axes. You're not sure if there's any real science behind why it's weak to one, but there's
Okay.
probably a decent chance it's weak to an axe.
Okay. Then I'll use my last action to try for that plus 12 hit.
Love to see it. That's a success exactly.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll damage, and that'll be plenty. That will be a second tree destroyed under your attacks. Solomon,
And that will end my turn.
rush forward, my friend.
Ready, I'm gonna grab him.
Kill,
All
kill,
right.
kill, kill, kill.
Kill, maim, burn! Not just grabbed, restrained.
Yes.
Just tackles the tree to the ground.
Basically. Just bear
Come
hugging
here.
it.
And I am a flurry of blows.
Alright. Can't use any attacks except to escape. That's annoying. That would just barely miss, unfortunately. Oh, but that one will hit for sure. Solid damage, too. Goodness gracious me, oh my.
And stunning fist save.
I'm on it. This one is too good. It will succeed at the roll.
Just tackles, just starts to punch it. Finally.
Kashmi, that brings us
I
to
don't-
you.
I don't care that it resists. I need this.
It's cathartic.
Okay, let's do a little bit of this, maybe.
Sure.
Put all the debuffs on him. Somebody
I
keep
think
track. How many
that's a
debuffs can we
success.
put on him?
All right. Hit it till it dies.
Hit it till it dies.
Ooh, thankfully it's not another crit, but it is a hit.
Oh,
Oh, that was a good roll. That was 4 8s there. Goodness gracious.
It's all slashing.
Yeah, unresisted. All right, Amira, we're up to you.
Okay. Let's see if we can burn
So you're
this tree.
currently in this
Yeah,
space,
so-
effectively.
5, 10.
Mhm.
Well, I would have devised first, of course,
Sure.
before moving.
For a second, I almost missed the H in there. I thought you just said tink.
Tink, tink,
Okay.
tink, tink, tink.
Let's
Yeah.
demoralize.
Sure.
Do.
Ooh.
Hero point.
Okay.
Almost the end of the session. Oh, okay.
Much better.
Cool. Great.
Success.
Okay.
There's another debuff.
Okay, so 5,
Those
10,
restrained.
15, 20.
Frightened.
You cannot get all the way
Oh,
up there, Amira,
right.
because
Two
diagonals
diagonals.
alternate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not quite
Okay.
flanking
Off guard.
position, but it's already off guard to you.
Off guard. Frightened. Restrained.
That, you were not
Fuck,
targeting.
I did target.
But a
Sorry.
24 hits.
Why isn't it? It's not applying my normal stuff, but that's whatever. Like my strategic strike.
I think because you weren't targeting the creature, so it didn't
Oh,
roll your devise
yeah.
a stratagem effect.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But there we go. Take some damage.
Okay, and that's the end of my turn, and it can feel free to struggle, but it is soon dead.
It will struggle very fruitlessly, to be sure. Really wish I could use that ability, but it's a pity that everyone here is undead. What a shame. I can't do my 10d6 void damage action. I think I'm gonna have to try and escape from Solomon. That's the only thing it can do here. And I don't think that's enough. It's just gonna keep trying. It needs a pretty high roll here, and I don't think it's gonna get it. It wastes its entire turn trying to struggle free of you, Solomon, but you keep a death grip on it. Mahari, we're up to you.
All right.
I'm
Stride.
gonna get my fiber one way or another.
Stride here.
Mhm.
One action to shift the Gisarm into a great axe,
Okay.
and we're gonna strike it with the great axe.
All right.
Get a crit. Oh, I see a crit.
Just a regular hit. I don't know what it is about axes in Foundry, but their hit sound uses the crit sound.
It's called the
Makes
race
it
car
more menacing.
sound.
Make it
I
more
don't think that's what it's
menacing, I guess.
called.
21.
No, I'm pretty sure.
All right, chopping
Oh my
into
god,
it
only
heavily.
French.
I believe that ends your turn, Mahari?
It does.
Then Solomon, end it.
He's just gonna go all in
Finish
with
him.
strikes.
Yeah. Easy hit.
Boom!
You
Come
had
on,
4
Solomon, you
health
got
left. More than enough. Funny little story. The first one you took down at its lowest was at 2 health. This one was at 3 health at its lowest, and this one was at 4 health at its lowest. Very funny. But as you
Just
just
bear hug, it just snaps in half.
just crushed it to death.
Pretty
As
much.
the tree snaps under your massive bear hug, and the large installed trees are destroyed, and the way into Hollow Flesh is open to you. That's where we're going to go ahead and end the session for today.
Okay.
Hey.
Thank you guys so
Man.
much for playing. Oh, yes.
please, can we, so that I don't forget, can we take a minute before we go on and do a little bit of healing and a little bit of refocusing?
Absolutely. We can pop 20 minutes
Okay.
and say everyone refocuses,
like-
heals, and does what they need to do.
Thank you.
I would like to do that as well.
Amira, you will lose your temp HP then, as well.
That's a-okay.
And I hate to tell you, trees do not have blood for you to drink.
Ah, dang it.
I know, what a shame.
What a shame.
I'm still chewing on the bark.
He's licking its sap.
You know, I'm not gonna lie, this shifting ruin is a game changer.
Hey, remember the last time a vampire tried to drink from a tree?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, yep.
I got freaking psychedelic all to hell.
It's kind of funny. Like, yes, I've taken some hits, but because of the stronghold and everything, I haven't gotten below 100 yet. Bring me more.
I've gotten below 100 both fights, but never below 75% HP.
Well, I'm sure I can find a way to change that by next session. So, thank you guys so much for playing. I will see you all next week. Have a good one.
Thank you
Yay,
much,
thank
Jericho.
you.